All right. I think, man, did it ever take a while. But I think I figured out how to break up this battle group here with the 9 strength points, rail them over to here. And I think these are the 3 best spots. And anyways, I'll replace the cubes because it doesn't matter. I know where they're going to be, but I just was using the cubes just so I could see where the where I wanted to pop the strength points and where I thought maybe it would be the most use. All right, so here we go. Yeah, just for a bit of role playing sake, I'm putting the first Landwehr Brigade right near Przemysl. Just kind of made sense. I was like, these guys probably never should have. I don't think they were ever expected to see frontline action. So I'm kind of like, you're going to see anyways why. I think also role playing wise and the hex wise, I think is the best spot for them there. And then here's the 4th. And then the 33rd, the 5 strength point guys here. I think this is the best bet I can do with these 3 guys. Now, yeah, because I took a long time looking at, okay, the intervening terrain, this beautiful river. Too bad it's not major anymore, but oh well. And the enemy zones of control. So that's what I was looking at here. Also, way before I started making the move, I don't know if it was last night or early this morning, I went, oh my God, I didn't realize how close the Russian 8th Army is to Przemysl, as well as, remember, this is the, like over here, I'll get the dice out here. This is basically it for reinforcements and stuff coming through here. The Tisa River pass. So because of, all the other ones are supposed to go to the left here, which you can't really see, as you know. So this is really bloody important, obviously. And I do know they have cavalry because, I'm not cheating here. My goodness sakes. They do have reports. They can see what the heck was going on the last turn. And I do know the Russian 8th Army did not use the cavalry because they were worried about losing them. So with that in mind, I was like, okay, the intervening terrain for infantry may not be so, like, it's helpful for the Austrians, but with cavalry, this guy can get going pretty quick, especially if he doesn't have to deal with, an enemy zone of control. Then, they can use column movement. With that in mind, I was like, okay, we better start really, really, my first instinct, of course, as usual, is to panic. I'm like, just mellow out, man, mellow out, just take some time. And which is good. I'm playing by myself, so I don't have to worry about somebody going, can you hurry up? But so I could take my time. Anyways, when I'm looking through all this intervening terrain, and if I put an enemy zone of control here, it is impossible, even for cavalry, for the Russian cavalry to get through here. Impossible. Oh, that swamp, man. Once in a while, like on the other side, it's always like, oh, I hate swamp. And now I'm like, God, I love it. So nothing can get through here for one turn. It's always this, I don't know if other people have these moments. I call them like Jenga time, when you have to start just moving. Like, it's so precarious just to move, it's like this one little, anyways. So I put them here. The reason why I put them here is the only people that can attack them would be the cavalry. It is impossible for infantry to get to this spot in one turn without using column movement. And they can't use column movement because of the enemy zone of control. So sweet. Which means this 2-strength infantry brigade can only be attacked by cavalry and can only be attacked behind the river. So, and I'm using the old CRT, remember. So I think this, he's fine. Fine. What I need to do, though, is I'm a little worried. Oh, shoot, maybe I should have put them there. Well, I haven't actually written down the orders. One thing I do, though, in my little play-by-play book is once I draw a little pencil line at the end of the movement for whatever army. That's it. I pretend the orders have gone out, and if I come back like a few hours later and go, oh my God, I would have, no, tough. I mean, you got to have some kind of freaking solo rules. Otherwise, what's the point? Shoot, what I want to do? Oh no, if I go too far, then they can get through. Or they can, maybe not. No, I don't want to start playing this crazy funny game. But I do need to get something down here because if the cavalry can, what I want to do is look, if I can force anyone that has the, like, if you want to get there, you're going to have to get through the mountains, is what I'm saying. So it would take you an eternity. That's what I'm trying to look at it that way. So, but still, this spot for the cavalry, they can zip through here. Still take them a while. Okay, it's not so scary. But, and that's the other thing I've got to remember. There's like river after river after river, and it's like, okay, this is great. And same as here on the other side. I'm like, because every once in a while I'm like, oh my God, the Russians are getting so close. And I'm like, yeah, but they still got another river to get through, another river to get, so it's just like, shh, calm down. So anyways, I think this is a great spot for a 2-strength infantry brigade. Like I said, the only thing that can hit them is cavalry for the next turn. Awesome. Nothing can hit anybody here. And this 2-strength infantry division has the swamp. It is impossible for anybody to attack him. Nobody in the Russian 8th can attack him next turn without this guy using the swamp as a defensible bonus, which is awesome. And no one can also attack him, attack them. I shouldn't hate this hymn stuff, but anyways, no one can get them through the river. Like, they're all, if you're going to attack them, it's going to be always across the river next turn. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. So I'm trying to maximize the horrible, the small amount of strength points. Then I'm putting the big boy here. Here I am saying I don't like him, and I'm like the big boy. Put the big boy there, and then, oh yeah, by the way, I did find a, and then I'm going to have to start. Yeah, I did write these down, and it is just it's going to be one of those trust in the trench moments. Oh, I've never had one, actually. But I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to strip off 5 strength points from Battle Group 3. Technically, I guess I should strip off more, because it's like trust in the trench. But that's taking it one step too far for me right now. Just like, let me see what it's like the first hit with 6 strength points behind a trench. Then we'll talk, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I do know, though, I have to get going. I think it's also, let's be honest, a little subconscious thing. I don't want to give up that bridge hex. But anyways, I did find a way of putting someone in the magic hex. I'm not going to do it because look how horrible it would be. The only way I can do it is by sending that replacement unit over to that side. And that's, I'm not going to do that, especially due to the fact of what I just did with the 97th. Last turn. I knew full well that there was a high probability they were going to die, and they did. And at least they had a fighting chance, for crying out loud. They've got, a counterattacking ability. These guys have nothing. So, what in the world are you supposed to say to them? Like, God almighty. So I'm not doing that 2 turns in a row. Oddly enough, when I was talking about it with Rob on the weekend, similar to this, when I was saying, I could make a core HQ and pop them over, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Rob was like, oh, I would do that. And he gave me the little scenario of like people having to draw the short end of the stick or whatever. And oh my God, I was like, note to self, hope to God there's never a war in Canada and I end up under the command of Rob. I would be like, Jesus Christ. But especially, I don't know if he pulled like the little, the latrines on the other side of the hill trick or something. I'd be like, no, I'm not going for that one. But anyways, I can't. It just doesn't sit right with me, especially, like I said, I just sacrificed some troops the previous turn, and I'm not going to do that again. So that's just horrible. Oddly enough, the Army commander's name's Bruderman, and this morning at work I was thinking, boy, I guess you could call him Bruderman the Butcher if he started doing something like that, Yeah. Oh, you got Bruderman as your commanding officer. Great. He'll carve you up and serve you to the Russians. I was just like, no, we're not going down that road with that guy. So anyways, I think that looks pretty good. At least for one turn. I do know the Russians are going to come here, but what can I do? I would love to have another German troop just to pop them over and help with, bolstering the retreat, but that's not going to happen. Anyways, I do, what am I saying? I don't think I brought anybody to Lemberg yet. I need to pop somebody there, so I'm going to probably have to strip some more troops from the 3rd Battle Group 3 into Lemberg. Otherwise, it's a wild party for them. Or do I put the 33rd there? And then, let's see. So that would be 3 movement points. Hey, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I will. I'll just put the 33rd there. So I'll have these weird gaping holes, which freaks me out. But what can you do? Like I said, and that was kind of like with the previous turn. I wish I could have thought ahead and could have split that guy up. And then I could have had, maybe a 3 and a 2. Or, sorry, I would have probably had the 3 and the 2 there. Oh, well. Oh, well. There we go.